we keep ignoring signs like this. I knew something was off about this weather because we used to have times like this back in the day, but it seems like every other day it's like a snowstorm. I don't know which state y'all in because a lot of people are experiencing this, and it's just been off for quite some time now. It just hasn't been the same. Everything is starting to feel different because now you may have your snowstorms back in the day, but now it's like every other day you got to wake up to a snowstorm. Like, this is just getting strange because it seems like the weather is just changing all the time. Some winters you may have okay winters. It's like as the years going by, on and on, these winters are just getting outrageous now because it's getting real out here. And it's terrifying because imagine the people who don't work from home, right? And they got to go to their shift. Because I remember when I used to have to work at a manufacturing plant for this company, right? This was like years ago. When the weather would get bad, I called off, right? Because it lets us realize that these jobs don't care about us like how they're supposed to care about us. So when I called off when it was a snowstorm years ago, when the snowstorm was over with, tell me why when I went back to work, they had a whole meeting. And it was older people in there just telling us that the younger people just didn't want to work and we just find any way to call off of work. So I was like, where's the compassion for us? While you driving to work, if something happened to your car, your company is not going to cover you. Say if you go to your job or you on your way to your job and it's a snowstorm and it's black ice out there, right? You happen to get into a car accident, right? Now your insurance company about to charge you through the roof. And you was all doing it just to make up an 8-hour day. So that's why I say we be putting our time in the wrong places because it's not adding up. So now, because I had a friend of mine like that, like they was dedicated to going to work. And then that one day they went out there and they said if they could take it all back, they just wouldn't have went out there that one day because they could have stayed home. But they said they were so used to coming to work all the time. So that's why they had that mindset that they had to just make it to work. But they was like, after all that I've been through, just to get into a car accident, and then for the lady to play like she was hurt, and then they barely even touched the car, he had to pay that. The things that these jobs ask you to do, it's not even worth it. So now you starting to realize because I woken up a long time ago because it's not fair. We had a whole meeting. We called in because it was a snowstorm. Talking about we didn't want to work because we was young, and when they was young like us, they always came to work. It's like the younger generation just get a bad rep. And it's just crazy the stuff that you have to go through just to get to your job, and weather conditions, or when you too tired to go to work and you still got to push through. They don't care about all that. And then they still want to drive you crazy when you get to the job about stuff that doesn't even make sense. That's why a lot of employers are just fed up. And I don't know how long this snowstorm is going to last. And it's been real cold. I don't know which area you guys are in or which state you guys are in, but it's been cold. And I've been seeing this all over. Snowstorms just coming out of nowhere. And even when I try to order something, like even on Amazon or anything, they say due to the weather conditions, your item might arrive next week. I'm looking at this like, wow, next week? And it's just crazy because it's been an energy shift for so long. And time seems to be going by so fast. Your time is just going right before your eyes and it's just getting out of control. And it's just been getting strange because I don't get it. It's like everything is starting to change. People starting to change. Your job starting to show their true colors that they really don't care about you. So now you're starting to wake up and just see, just by a weather storm, a snowstorm, and you starting to just realize that it ain't all what it's cracked out to be. And I know it's sad because a lot of us, we used to look forward to our jobs, to go to our jobs. But I feel like they don't value the employee no more. That's why a lot of employers are just speaking out. And when you speak out, people like to say you complaining. But in reality, you really not complaining. You just speaking your truth. Why you got to be considered complaining when you speaking your truth? And it may took you a while to get there because you may not been saying nothing and it's just been building up for so long. So that's why a lot of people are just fed up just with these snowstorms just changing the weather, but you can't help the weather. But you realizing that it's off. So times have changed. And this weather is just getting out of hand. It's just getting crazy. And a lot of people are starting to wake up because they're starting to realize that their safety is more important than a job. I'm going to tell you this one story that I experienced like a couple years ago at the beginning of the year when I was at my job and then I got sick. And I was sick for like 2 weeks, but I had time to use, right? And I was sick. It was so bad to the point that when I was sick, I couldn't really work, so I wasn't coming to work, right? I was getting marked down for attendance really the whole time I was sick. So that's when I woken up like, I gotta want to start to do something else for me. At first I took it personal, but it's just business. So that's why I feel a certain way, because I know a lot of y'all gotta keep working your job, and that's cool. But sometimes if you feel like you need to make a change, you need to make a change within yourself. That's all I be wanting to express to y'all. So it's up to you. So that's my message about this weather. Let me know if y'all having snowstorms in y'all area or if y'all having a good weather. You can leave it in the comments. Y'all can talk to each other. I'll be there to talk to. So like this video, because if you don't, it don't even matter because you still going to see me again. So peace.